questions before moving on to the void keyword. It's about static keyword.
No questions.
So, and this is the simple exercise I want to show you. Okay, let's go and write a static block. Okay, let's where is our project? This is our project, right? So let me create a static block demo, new class. So you can see you can create a default class. I'll select the package and it will be a default class. Static demo. Take the main method because I want to execute the code. That's why I'm taking main method. Click on finish. See, this is the static default class. That's a default class. So I'm going to create a static blocks. How can you static blocks you can create in the class? So in any number of static blocks you can create. See, I can assign the value for static variables also. Suppose I declared a static variable. See, access modifier, static. You can initialize your static variables also in the static block. You can initialize so static variables in the static block also. Static. So data type. So variable name. Just I'm going to declare that that's it. I'm not going to do anything. So private access modifier, I'm using private static. So data type is int x. I just declared. I didn't assign a value. So I can assign a value here. So x equal to x plus or x x equal to 25 I can assign. Then I can change x value. X I can declare one more variable byte. So bt equal to 10. Now I can change the x value. X equal to x plus bt. So x value is so even I can bt value change the bt value. I can change the bt value. So bt multiply by 5. See, now I can create one more static block. It doesn't matter order. It doesn't matter order. Okay. So I can just do here x minus bt and bt plus 5. So like this, you can do that. Okay. See my second static block. First static block starts here. Okay. So this is how you can know static block code, and you can do some code you can write in the main method. So I can declare long L equal to 100 and L equal to L minus X. And I can do a lot of calculations here, whatever you want. So current L value is plus L. So you see, now you execute it. Now you execute it. See, I am not calling static block here. This static block here, I am not calling. But which is the order it is going to execute? Let's understand. See, first static block executed, static block ended here. Then, so where it went? It went to second static block. But in the order, the main method is there, right? First static block after. It doesn't matter. First static block code will execute. Then only main method will execute. So then, say second static block executed. Then only main method executed. This is the order of execution. Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the void keyword. So what is mean by void keyword? So what is mean by void? So void is a return type keyword. Basically, it returns the type of value your method has to return. It tells you, so what type of value it has to return. But when you write a void, so the method doesn't return any value. If you write a void in the method, that means that method is not going to return any value to you. It's not going to return any value to you. So that's the void keyword. Void is a return type keyword. It will be applied only in any method signature line. But if you declare a void for the method, that method doesn't return any value. Even if you write a calculation also inside, it won't return anything for you. It's not going to return anything for you. It's just going to keep whatever the lines of code is there, that will execute. That's it. You cannot use the method output in another methods. You cannot use it. That is the void keyword. Means if you use void, you cannot use that method output. No, you want to use that method output, you can leave the method with a different data type. So you cannot use void keyword if you want to use method output in another places. So that method is giving output to you. That output you want to use somewhere else. Then don't declare that method as a void. If you don't declare a method without void, then you can use that method output anywhere in outside the methods, another classes, based on the permissions again. All with the permissions. Who will give permissions? Who will give permissions?
We will only declare. Hello.
Yeah.
We'll give the permissions whether it is a whether it can be public or private or protected.
Okay. So only access modifiers will give a permission. No other keywords. Permission is given by only access modifiers. Okay. Now, static method syntax with void. Again, I'm repeating the static method syntax. All these syntaxes I want tomorrow. Everyone, I will ask you to share your screen and write the syntaxes for me. I want a static variable syntax, static method syntax, static method without parameters, with parameters, you have to write. So I will ask each and every person. Okay. So please be, focus on these areas. This is very important. So access modifier, static, void, method name, parentheses, curly bracket, calculations plus logical statements. Non-static method syntax, see that difference. Please observe the difference. Access modifier, same, right? First keyword is same. Then what is the second keyword is missing here? Static keyword is missing because it's a non-static method. So then void, method name, parenthesis, curly bracket, calculations plus logical statements. So this is the non-static method syntax and static method syntax. These are with the void. If you don't write void, what is the syntax of static method syntax? Access modifier, static. See that void place what is coming? Data type, method name, parenthesis, curly bracket, calculations plus logical statement. After this calculations, you will get some output, right? That output your method has to return. That's why you have to use a return keyword in the method body. Return this output. That output you will store in some variable, or you can write this calculation directly here also. So then wherever you need this output, you call this just this method name. Then this method output you will get there. That's the return type methods we call them. These are called return type methods. Same non-static method also. Access modifier. So data type, method name, parenthesis, calculations plus logical statements, return the value. So you can return the value even with the non-static methods also. Both you can write both the methods with void, without void. If you want to return the value, don't write void. If you don't want to return, just you need to execute all the statements, write a void. You don't want to return anything. So that's a syntax. You observe the difference. Okay. So in the body, there is no return keyword here, but here return keyword is there. So in the signature, you have a void keyword, but here in the signature, you have a data type. That means this method is returning this type of data. This method is returning this type of data. That's a return type methods. Any questions? I'm going to cover again in detail in the methods topic. Don't worry. Okay. So very, very detailed we are going to cover. Okay. So what is a main method? So main is a built-in method in Java. So the program execution begins from there only. So the naming conventions of any method is, so if a method name contains one word, all letters should be in lowercase. So class naming conventions I have given, package name conventions I have given. Now method naming conventions, any method It's not main method. Main is one of the method name. So don't consider main is all methods are main only. No. Main is one of the method name. That is a static method name. But any method if you want to write. So what is the formula? One word is there. All letters should be in lowercase. Like this. So method name must be followed by parenthesis. Type. So parenthesis. If a method name contains more than one word, first word all letters should be in lowercase. From second word onwards, each word first letter should be in uppercase. Remaining letters are in lowercase. And method name must be followed by a parenthesis. So method name is followed by parenthesis, mandatory. And then these brackets will be there when you are defining a method. When you are defining a method, this body will be mandatory. Method name is, camel case, lower camel case for naming the methods. Set first name, see, get first name, get last name. See, can you observe? First word, all lowercase. Second word onwards, each word first letter, capital letter. So here also, first word, all lowercase. And each word first letter. Second word onwards, first letter capital. Third word, capital first letter and followed by parenthesis. This is the method names how to write. So you must follow this. Okay, that's a parenthesis where you can use. First method name after parenthesis will be there. And also object creation in the constructor, you can use a parenthesis. And another one is all control structures like if parenthesis, while parenthesis, for parenthesis, switch parenthesis, and also typecasting time also we will use parenthesis on the right hand side variable before. That's a parenthesis purpose. And where this string args you will use. So string args is basically main method parenthesis inside. You will use string args. This accepts many values. See, these are three types of the formats. Any one is fine. So all three are correct only. See, main method, you can, this is the first format. This is the one type of arguments you can pass. Second type. So what is the second type? This square bracket, you just remove and give it to args. This is also valid main method arguments. See, executed. And third one is, what is the third one? Third one is just string dot C. So these are the three types of arguments. So that's all three are valid arguments only. And this is called method body. This is called method body. Method body, when you will write, when you are defining a method, when you want to write a logic for the method, first time you are creating a method, that time you will write a method body with the syntax, access modifier, the static keyword or void keyword, method name, parenthesis. If parameters you want, you write parameters. Then curly bracket starts and ends here. So this is the all. So this. So logic you are building here. This is the defining a method. This method you are defining what this method has to do. You are telling. That's called method definition. Method definition you are telling. So you're writing some logics, you're building and printing. All the calculation body you can do inside the method body only. Okay. So that's all about the keywords. Other than that, nothing. Just go through this, the questions, all these questions. Are you clear or not? You check it. So I'm going to ask these questions also tomorrow. And if you have any doubts, and come back, we'll discuss. Okay. Any questions before